Reggie swear.
You know me. Welcome to another episode of What's Happening, Slim. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all the support. I'm here with a young entrepreneur, and I'm going to let him introduce himself because this is Motivation Saturdays, and we're going to motivate the young people to get up, get out, and get something, Slim. So, can you introduce yourself?
My name Reggie. I'm a barber out of DC, cutting in Maryland. Marlow Heights, Maryland to be exact.
All right. Where you grow up at?
I grew up in DC all my life.
Right.
Different parts, northeast,
Okay.
southeast, northwest.
Okay. And where you go to school at? Like was you popular? Like niggas know you? Like
I mean,
do the bitches know you? Like what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty cool guy, man. You know, they used to call me Swag in high school.
Okay.
You know, I got a name like in 9th grade.
Okay.
Playing flag football for high school. I did flag football. I had my cell phone on my hip at practice. And the coach called me Swag. But the crazy
Your
thing
coach
is,
ain't called you get the hell off the field?
nah, he called me and said, man, this kid got swag. And
Was
the
your
crazy
was,
thing
was your
is, I was
coach a
already
book
calling
booker too?
myself Sir Swag a lot.
Sure, swag a lot.
Yeah.
That's some Bama shit.
But that's who I was.
Sir, swag a lot. Okay. So the purpose of this interview is Motivation Saturdays, right? So what we do is we motivating the young people.
No doubt.
We motivating the young people that think that they can't do it, right?
No doubt.
And you doing it. You're a barber. You're an independent contractor. And you doing the motherfucker. What made you want to become a barber? Well, let me rephrase this. What made you want to work for yourself and decide to become a barber?
I know I wanted to work for myself when I was working at a restaurant and I was a delivery driver.
Right.
But I also was a host.
Mm-hmm.
And one day they sent me home because it was slow.
Mm-hmm.
But they was trying to send me home because it was slow.
Right.
I was telling them I just got here. I just clocked in at 9 o'clock. It's like 11 o'clock. You telling me to go home.
Right.
Only thing I did was the deliveries. So at that time.
And did you get paid just based off the deliveries or?
Yeah, I got paid hourly.
Okay.
As a host. I was getting paid probably like minimum wage, $14 or something like that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it was more so about how they was treating me. I ain't like the way I was being treated. And I felt like I was busting my ass for them, and when it was time for them to let me go, they just let me go. Or when it was time for them to free me to save money, they just freed me. Like, you know, I didn't really appreciate that.
When you felt like that, was it somebody that said, hey man, you should try out this barbering? Or was it just a knack? You was like, I like cutting hair or
I mean, like when I was in high school, I used to like shape my uncle up. Or try to shape him up.
did you
Used
fuck
to
him
try
up?
to fade his neck. I
I
mean, I wouldn't say I fucked him up, but I'm one of the people who try to stay away from the fuck up. So it probably was uncut before it was fucked up.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Like somebody could have went in and fixed it before I fucked it up and jacked it up.
I always ask everybody, right, in my interviews, what was your childhood like?
I mean, I lived a beautiful life, man. I ain't never want for nothing. I can't really say, you know.
Because a lot of people always say, like, they put on this persona that they had it so rough. And realistically, it wasn't like that for them. So that's why I always ask everybody what your childhood was like.
No, I ain't have a rough childhood. I had times in my life where it got rough, but
Hmm.
I didn't have a rough childhood.
Okay. I want you to you've been through things just like everybody else. Um, as a young black man,
Mm-hmm.
as a young black man, and I want you to tell everybody how old you are.
28,
28. Entrepreneur, right?
correct.
What's the most challenging? Becoming an entrepreneur? Like, what's the most challenging? Is it the doubt of people that you think they're supposed to support you? Or is it just going out there and get it? Like, what's the doubt?
Well, I can say for me, it was more so of the self doubt. I used to beat myself up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
used to beat myself up to try to be the best barber I could be. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when all, it was gonna come when it was time for it to come. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I had to put the hours in to get where I had to be. It wasn't
Right.
just gonna come with just me just cutting one day and I was just gonna come up and wake up and be a good barber. Like, it had to come with practice. It had to come with time. So for me, it was more so me beating myself up, more so me putting the pressure on myself. But it could be sometimes people could feel different type of ways, and like, you know what I'm saying. I try not to make myself feel obligated for nobody to support me. At the end of the day, people gonna go where they want to spend their money.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
I don't owe nobody don't owe no obligation to me for nothing.
Right. I definitely
It's a
understand that.
blessing, or you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And I
They gonna rock with
appreciate
you.
whenever they do.
Yeah, and they gonna support you just because they rock with you.
Yeah.
What's one thing? Oh, can somebody, let's say 16, let's say 16 to 18. Can somebody 16 to 18 that has a minimum wage job get their barber stuff and go to barber school? Is there any type of programs that will help them um get through the program?
I know in the DC area they have the Blue State program and the Eleanor Roosevelt State program. They provide the barbering program for free for DC residents. And I know that they have the Hair Academy over at Iverson Mall
Mm-hmm.
and New Carrollton and the Bennett over there Brooklyn train station. All them those is pretty good institutions for you to get your license, for you to get your cosmetology license.
The purpose of motivation Saturdays, right, is to motivate the youth, motivate people, black or white. What's your message to anybody that feel like they can't do it? Or
That song, man. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the song back in the day. But the John say you need to go out, and get
it's something,
something.
right?
Don't waste
Goody
your
mob,
time sitting trying to get high.
right?
And I saying like it's saying like nowadays, ever since the pandemic, I can say like life changed. Like these kids grow up fast. They grow up a lot fast. I don't know if it's cell phones, social media, Instagram, but they grow up fast. And it's like all of them on that weed. They like to get high, or they like to portray the image of the rappers getting high. But it's like don't waste your time trying to get high. Don't
But
waste your time.
what would you say to, because nowadays everything is pro marijuana, right? So what would you say to the younger to say, oh, I can still do it. I can smoke with Jay. I could go to an interview. I could go and handle my business. What would you say to them?
Congratulations. Congratulations. That's not you spending your whole time trying to get high. That's you trying to go out and get something. You still trying. Yeah, it don't hurt to smoke a J. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no police. I ain't your parents. But at the end of the day, just try to, just try. Just try to put your best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do is put your best foot forward and try at the end of the day. Because who's to say? One thing might break through for you.
Hmm.
So don't you put your foot right
Most
there.
definitely. Most definitely. I wanted to sit down with you, man, because I admire you. because you went through trials and tribulations and you still came out on top.
Yeah,
You still a strong black man, Slim.
no doubt.
And I appreciate that.
And I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you never gave me nothing but respect, and I give you nothing but respect. And I love you for that.
No problem.
Right?
I love you too.
So, but one last question. Where do you see yourself in the next year?
And next year, man, see myself still trying to grasp more information. Like, I ain't the best barber. I'm not the best nothing. I'm still trying to be the best person I can be. So I'm still, next year I probably can see myself still trying to grasp information. Still trying to grasp and put myself in a better situation, better position, become a better man at the end of the day. I ain't trying to do nothing spectacular. I ain't trying to go out and build Rome. I'm not trying to be the president.
Right.
I'm just trying to do what I could do, put my best foot forward every day.
Right. Can somebody reach out, like a young man or even a young female? Can they reach out to you to ask you questions about barbering, or can you lead them into the right direction to go if they want to be in your lane? Because you stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? You don't try to, that's one thing I love about you. You don't try to go out your lane. You know what I'm saying? You stay in your lane, you do, and you maneuver that lane. But can somebody reach out to you if they have a question?
Yeah, man. Like, I really like stay to myself because I don't be knowing people motive sometimes. So
Right.
if I stay to myself and you come in my lane, that means like you coming with a question or a concern, or you coming like trying to figure something out. Like,
no, I'm just saying the question. Like, if they had say, "Hey, man, look."
Yeah, anybody can ask me a question.
Yeah,
I don't want people to feel like they can't ask me a question because I stay to myself. That's all I was getting to say. Like, it's because you probably see me to myself, or you probably hear that. Oh, he stay to himself. He don't deal with a lot of people, but that's
just
for
because
a
they
reason.
see you by yourself, don't mean you by yourself. But you by yourself.
That's for a reason.
Facts. Reggie, one of the real ones. Can you shout out what where you want people to come see you at? Where you want people to
Marlow
come
Heights,
get them
Sonny's
cuts?
Barbershop, Marlow Heights, right next door to the Domino's, man.
Right next door to the Domino's.
Can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
Right across from the Burger King.
Yeah, right in between the America's Best. Oh, no, that ain't no America's
Best. That
Best.
is the America's Best.
Yeah, America's Best chicken wing. Yeah, yeah.
The old high shop.
Yeah, high shop. I said Mad Chef.
Mad
Chef off of Central Avenue.
Terrible. Showing your age. Showing your age, Slim. You are showing your age.
I don't mind showing my age. I ain't showing my age.
I'm here with Reggie the Barber, and I appreciate you. And I appreciate you, Slim, for taking your time out to talk to me. And shout out whatever you want to shout out. And I want to shout out the whole Sonny Barbers crew.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to people who listening.
Yeah,
people who going to listen. Shout out to God. You know. Everybody, just take y'all time out here, man. What's happening? I want to give a shout out to my man, What's Happening, Slim, for having me on the show today. You know, this Reggie the Barber, one of the real barbers. Love this man. Y'all keep tuning in.
You know me.